all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. He wants to throw here on second down. Got it set up on the outside. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
And I think on that last run play on third down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming up.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
We knew this offense wanted to come out here and let it rip through the air. This QB is in a beautiful rhythm early. Nice job with his footwork and his eyes, and he completes a big one there. Get this offense humming.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Try to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida! What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
Coming out with it, it's Leach. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Gators! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone, it's Leach. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Keep it on the ground. He picks up maybe a couple before he stops right at the 30-yard line.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. Right back to the well. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback will audible. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
When I'm an offensive coach, I'm going to take shots. I'm going to take those 50-50 balls, and most of the time I'm going to trust my wide receiver to come down with it. The defensive back said, no, sir.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Grabbed in the middle, it's Ventura. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the back. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. It just caused so many problems for the defenses we faced. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Caught in the backfield, it's Yates. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. The sure hands, it's Jones. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Tackled there by the defense.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
To the ground to try to pick up the 1st. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. And there is a degree of difficulty with this one, a 47-yarder from the right hash. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. Coming, he'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the 1st quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Ball in the air, intercepted! And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping, take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Garrison. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And the ball is picked off.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Some misdirection with the counter. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Here's the handoff. A solid run there to create a little space. He's marked down at the 15.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
3rd and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Movement here from the tight end. Now they'll run it on the toss. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
2nd down coming up. They'll go to the ground. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Take the return out of the equation in this rainy weather. Fair catch is signaled for and made. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone. He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Are we sure that he knows what color jersey his receivers are wearing? Threw a pick on the last drive and almost threw another one.
Just temporarily confused. No big deal. Hey, short memory. Quarterback's got to have those short memories, right? It's behind me. No harm done. Reset. Next play.
Going back to the well, another deep ball.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
On third down, going up top. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
After the misfire, now on second down. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. They'll give it to the back. Still on his feet at the 45. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's third in eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight?
Makes the grab down the left side. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. They'll throw it on first down. Trying to get behind the defense. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. These corners backing off a bit. On second down, he's looking downfield. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
No good. So, guys, a missed opportunity to expand the lead, but still a 17-point cushion. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts...
Oh, and the ball squirts out near their own goal line. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And not much else could go wrong. A defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll leave it with him. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Coming after him. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. 4th time we've seen this guy punt it today. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit... too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Going over the top. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And the Aggies getting set on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
The give to the left. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. That's caught. It's Leach. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. And they didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward if they're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Jones. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Really good job by the defense taking away the deep ball. Remember, you can roll those corners up, or you can roll those corners back. You want to take away the deep ball, keep them back deep. You want to take away the shallow stuff, bring them up tight on the line of scrimmage.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Wants to go up top. Going to try to pop one on the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be fourth down.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A first down for the offense. He'll start this drive firing. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. He's looking to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Morse. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team. And now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game, running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And he made the extra point without problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where they're...
And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Running back goes in motion. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. At this point, it really hasn't been your best day. Just try to find... He'll take the deep shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
They'll line up for a second down play. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but
looking to take a shot. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown. This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Palmer, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Flying down the left side. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick